Hey everybody, Omar here, the Knife Shark Guy, and I am back with another fun-filled video for you. And today we're going to be taking a look at a new custom knife that I got from South Africa from just a really great knife maker. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out and show it to you. We're going to have you guys have a good quick look at it while I talk about the knife. I don't have any specs for it, but we are going to do size comparisons. So this is the gentleman that made the knife. His name is Kosie Steenkamp. He works and lives in South Africa. And he is just an amazing knife maker. Let me flip that over. So you guys take a look right there. Kosie Steenkamp Knives. There's his website. I'm going to show that to you later. Right now, let's go ahead and open up the knife because I know you're all excited to see this thing. I've been staring at it all day, and I'm still excited about it. So, the knife comes shipped in this really pretty case, along with this sort of felt, like this felt knife, I guess pocket holder is what you'd call it. It's pretty elegant, actually. Really, very pretty. I do like it. That's one of the things that you actually kind of look forward to when you get a custom knife, because they don't come in a box or anything. But basically the packaging that the knife comes in kind of tells you a little bit about who the knife maker is. This tells me that this guy is into being elegant, and I love elegance. In fact, when you take a good close look at this knife, you're going to see that Kosie Steenkamp style of knife making, in my opinion, is simple but elegant. Simple but elegant. And he does absolutely spectacular work. So we're going to go ahead and just give you a good quick look at the knife open and close. So there it is open. I'm going to talk about the materials in a second. I just wanted to give you guys a good quick look at it all the way around. A little 3D action there. Sorry that I'm wearing gloves, but my hands are badly cut up and chafed from the bad weather out here. My hands just don't seem to retain any moisture, and I didn't want you guys to see how, disgusting my hands look, so I'm wearing the gloves. So when you take a look at this, it's just beautiful. Let's go ahead and pop it open. Take a look at that blade. I know you guys want to see that. So there it is. Really, really beautiful. So let me just quickly describe the knife to you. What we have here is I don't have very many specs on this, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you the length of the knife. The length of the knife, overall length, I only have 2, is just 8 inches in length. It is, the blade size is, or blade length, excuse me, is 3.31 inches in length. The handle is just a little bit over 4 inches in length. The knife has red linen micarta bolsters. Sorry, red linen carbon fiber bolsters. Excuse me. Red linen carbon fiber bolsters and white Westinghouse handles and pivot ring. Gold titanium liners. We're looking closely. You can see that the back spacer is made of the same material. I think you guys can see the, little bits of gold in there. If I hold the light up to the right angle, maybe you can see it. Some sort of, machine engine turning going on in the liners there. Really pretty. Almost very reflective. I love that. Really, really stunning. The back spacer is just as stunning as the white Westinghouse handles there. Nice 3D gold pocket clip, milled titanium as well. Really smooth action. Really nice medium detent on that. Like I said, this is a front flipper. A word about front flippers: if you have never ever used a front flipper or held a front flipper, Kosie Steenkamp is a perfect place to start if you want your first front flipper. His design is really, really user friendly. I just want to say that. As you can see, he's got the front flipper here sort of squared off for easy access. The way it works is basically you hold the knife in your hand in this fashion. You can grip the knife with the pocket clip. Take your thumb, pops open, knife shoots up. And again, front flippers, I think, were made out of, sort of elegance and design. Rather than having the flipper here on the side, they put it up on the top. But yeah, it does require some skill. But the way Kosie Steenkamp designed his front flipper, anybody would be able to flip this knife with very little effort and very little problem. There are some knife makers who actually have their front flippers up at the top, and it's not very much to hold on to. Kosie gives you a nice purchase right there. I mean, you can even open it slowly, which I love. Do like a quick slow open on that. Makes it even much more nicer. Yeah, like I said, the action is absolutely incredible. It runs on IKBS ball bearing system. Steel ball bearings, by the way. The blade is M390 steel. Safe choice. Now, Kosie Steenkamp, I'm not sure what other steels he works in, but I know I had to ask for the M390. So if you're looking to get one of his knives in a high-end steel, definitely ask him if he's got M390 lying around. Otherwise, his most dominant steel that he works with, from what I understand, is N690. And N690 is a really good steel. It does not get the attention that it deserves here in the United States. But in South Africa, it's pretty much the gold standard out there. It's like their, I guess, Sandvik 14C28N, if you will, only N690 is a much better steel. So, but yeah, I asked to have this knife in M390. So let's just talk about the quality of this knife for a minute. I was completely blown away when I got this knife. The colors really pop on it. Everything on the knife is meticulously smoothed out. There's not a bump on this thing anywhere. I can close my eyes, okay, run my finger all the way across the top of the knife, all the way down to the bottom. I don't feel any seam anywhere. I mean, if I were to push my hand over here a little bit away from like where the screws are, and I just rub it like this, even though I'm wearing gloves, I cannot tell where this red carbon fiber starts and the white Westinghouse material begins. I can't tell. I could rub my finger here all day. I can't tell if it's one piece or two pieces. But I'm telling you, yeah, it's hard to believe that this two pieces of material in one, because everything all in here is so freaking smooth, so freaking tight all the way around. And that is what you pay for. You're paying for that extra attention done to the knife. You can see the sweat and tears that went in this thing. The workmanship, the quality, it is just, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 22, I'm telling you. This guy, and you can tell this is the kind of quality he's going to put out with every knife that comes out of his shop. I mean, there is nothing on this knife that is made by machine. This is completely done by hand from start to finish. That's what I pay for. That's what I get. That's what you're going to pay for. That's what you're going to get. And he has such pride in every piece that comes out of his shop. Just for the experience, you know. Just for the experience. I mean, that is just beautiful. And I have used this knife lightly since I got it. I opened up a couple of boxes. The thing is very sharp. I don't have any paper around, so I can't show you how sharp it is, but it's very, very sharp. He puts a really good edge on it. Really nice edge on that piece. I mean, it's just... I don't even mind that his logo is that big on the knife. You know, I mean, on a production knife, it would bother me, but because the whole knife is his personality, right? So why not? You know, have the logo as big as he wants. He's the maker. You know, he has the right to have the label as big as it is. And I don't think, even if you didn't like it that big, if you own this knife, I really don't think you're gonna mind, because I don't mind. I don't even like large logos like that, but I really don't mind at all. I mean, this is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So let's get into some size comparisons while I'm blabbing away here. Let's go ahead and put it up against, how about the Spyderco Swiss Bowie? So it's about the same size as the Spyderco Swiss Bowie right there. And how about up against the large Chris Reeve and Kosie? Why don't we try the carbon fiber Kershaw bare knuckle knife, an M390. Maybe you guys remember this knife. This is the ZT Zero Tolerance 900. One of my favorite zero tolerance knives. I wish they didn't discontinue that piece, but they did. Sorry. There you go. Benchmade Anthem. And to finish off size comparisons, I always like to do what I call like a small, medium, and large deal. So let's go ahead and put it up against the Chris Reeve Numzon. There it is up against a much larger knife. And we're going to go ahead and bring out, how about the Chris Reeve Sebenza 21. So you can see the knife falls in the medium category, because this would be a large knife. That would be a small one. Medium-sized knife. Like I said, the blade length is roughly 3.31 inches, and the handle is a little over 4 inches. I'm sorry I don't have any more specs for you. I tried to find them on his website. I couldn't find them, so. Absolutely stunning work. This is the second Kosie Steenkamp knife that I own. I'm going to bring out the other one that I own, which I think is a little bit larger. This one is the N690. This is one of his regular flippers with Thunderstorm Kevlar and white micarta. This knife is obviously a little bit wider. This one's a much more slimmer profile. But this one is no less stunning than this knife. The work this guy puts out. I mean, again, I run my fingers through it. I don't know where does the material begin or end or start or anything. Everything on his knife is very, very tight, very, very smooth. His centering is always dead on each and every. I mean, he makes sure the knife is perfect when it leaves the shop. You know what I mean? Every way, shape, or form. Kosie Steenkamp's style as a knife maker, in my opinion, it's just two words. Simple and elegant. That's what he screams to me. Simplicity and elegance. You know, if you look at this knife, it doesn't have very many materials on it, but the way he put the knife together, it's just as elegant as if it had like 15 materials piled on top of it. I mean, this guy knows how to take the simplest forms and put them in a very, very elegant setting like this. That's what attracts me to Kosie Steenkamp's artwork, is his simplicity and elegance of design. And the fact that everything is so freaking tight on here. Beautifully stunning backspacer with the red carbon fiber again. Same material as here. Nice choice to make that also the backspacer. That was a perfect choice for this. I do love the machine turning, whatever that is inside there. It's kind of got like these really weird reflective ridges in there. Really kind of beautiful if you take a look at that. I don't know if you can see it. And then on the red linen micarta backspacer, they've got these bits of golds that kind of shine out there. Really, really nice. Gold pocket, milled 3D pocket clip to give it a nice finish. And finally, as you guys know, every knife comes with a certificate of authenticity. There's his signature right there, and there's what the year and the date that the knife was made, which was like a week ago for me here. So there you have it, Kosie Steenkamp knives. The man who screams elegance and simplicity. And top-notch quality. Definitely top-notch. I mean, if you held this knife in your hand, you would be blown away. You really would. One last thing I want to say about Kosie Steenkamp is he is the perfect place to start if you're looking to get your very first South African custom, because his knives are very, very reasonably priced. They are a lot more reasonable than some other knife makers, because as far as I understand it, Kosie Steenkamp, and I hope if Kosie's watching, he's going to correct me if I'm wrong, but he's a part-time maker and a retired engineer, from what I understand. I hope I got that right. So if the name Steenkamp sounds familiar, he also has a brother named Willem who also makes knives. I own 3 of his brother's knives, 2 of his. So, Kosie Steenkamp, one of my favorite South African knife makers. And whenever I want a knife that's made simply and elegantly, I'm going to give this guy a ring. This is Omar, the Knife Shark Guy, signing off, hoping you'll find the Kosie Steenkamp piece in your collection. And to make sure you do, how about I give you a quick rundown right there. Kosie Steenkamp Knives.com. There's his email and his logo. You can check him out on Instagram. You can check him out at the Blade Gallery. You can check him out at SouthAfricanKnives.com. He's all over the place. I hope one day to meet this man and shake his hand, because I am absolutely in love with his knife and in love with his work. This is Omar, the Knife Shark Guy, signing off. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on my next video. You guys have a fantastic evening. Kosie Steenkamp! Front flipper! Have a good evening.